Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Hope y'all are having a good week. I am doing fine, just working all over the place. I worked at the San Diego airport, worked up in LA. I'll be back at the airport tomorrow and back up at LA again Thursday. Then we got Friday off because Saturday is a holiday, so if we don't get that day off, we get the weekday closest to it. So if it's like Monday, we get the Sunday off or Saturday. So that's pretty neat. Uh, anyway, here's some more Trump stuff. We are just watching Trump unravel, and anyone but the most dedicated base, uh, even the Republican Party, is starting to come out against him. And me personally, I think they don't get to jump ship. That they supported him through all of his craziness, through all of his unprofessionalism, through all of his very, very poor decisions internationally and at home. And now that they know he is totally self destructing, uh, they jump ship. But until then, they hung on his coattails. So to me, I think anyone that supported Trump throughout this politically in Washington needs to go. I don't think they get to say, "Oh, I didn't realize," blah blah blah. No, you knew. You just was looking for advancement, or you was too cowardly because Trump would fire anybody that went against him. He took no criticism, which was one of his faults. No, no one could tell him he was wrong. Uh, not a good trait in a leader, huh? Anyway, here's a neat little story. Judge temporarily blocks tell-all book by Trump's niece. A tell-all book by President Donald Trump's niece cannot be published until a judge decides the merits of the claims by the president's brother that its publication would violate any pact among family members, a judge said Tuesday. New York State Supreme Court Judge Hal B. Greenwald in, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Prokowski, New York, uh, issued an order inquiring the niece, Mary Trump, and her publisher to examine why they should not be blocked from publishing the book, titled Too Much and Never Enough: How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man. A hearing was set for July 10th. The book, scheduled to be published July 28th, was written by Mary Trump, the daughter of Fred Trump Jr., the president's elder brother who died in 1981. An online description of it says it reveals a nightmare of traumas, destructive relationships, and tragic combination of neglect and abuse. The judge banned publishing, printing, or disturbing any book or any portions thereof before it decides the validity of Robert S. Trump's claims. Trump argues Mary Trump must comply with a written agreement among family members who settled a dispute over Fred Trump's will that a book about them cannot be published without their permission. So how does that look on the surface? Fred Trump had some things to hide, and he said, "In my will, if you want my money, you have to agree to not tell what a shit that I was." Mary Trump's lawyer, Theodore J. Batoris Jr., and her publisher, Simon and Schlitzer, promised an immediate appeal. The trial court's temporary restraining order is only temporary, but it still is a prior restraint on core political speech that flatly violates the First Amendment, Brodus said. The book, which addressed matters of great public concern and importance about the sitting president in an election year, should not be suppressed even for one day, Batoris said in the statement. Adam Rothberg and Simon Schlitzer, spokesperson, said the publisher was disappointed but looks forward to prevailing in this case and on well-established precedents regarding prior restraint. Charles Hardin, an attorney for Robert Trump, said his client was very pleased. He said in a statement that the actions by Mary Trump and her publisher were truly reprehensible. Why are they reprehensible? Why this person is leading us? This is one of the family members that says they know why he acts the way he does, what caused some of his decision-making processes. Why can't it get released? Why can't we all make a decision about that? This is how people remain sick, mentally sick. Maybe not mentally, but emotionally. They hide things, they bury things deep inside, and that stuff doesn't go away. You need to confront it and deal with it and move on. Learn to live with it. Hiding it away and pretending it didn't happen and keeping it secret just makes it worse, and it keeps making the sickness continue on and on and on. And that's also how families pass down sickness from generation to generation. Some of these rich empire families, they keep so secretive, and they don't tell anybody their business, and all the nasty stuff that happens behind closed doors that they keep hidden continues on generation after generation and gets passed down from father son, mother daughter, vice versa. This is stuff that we know how it happens, and I'm sure some people will be like, oh, why should they have to air all their family secrets? If everyone knew your family secrets, it wouldn't look so good either. And not true. Most of my family secrets are aired in one way or another. We don't have any serious abuse in our family, physically or sexually. But sure, we had problems. But also, I am not the leader of the supposedly free world, and I am not just making one bad decision after another, and self-destructing right before everyone's eyes. Okay, back to the story. In court papers, Robert Trump maintained Mary Trump was part of a settlement nearly 2 decades ago that included a confidentiality clause explicitly saying they would not publish any account concerning the litigation or their relationship unless they all agreed. So there was a gag order. The Trump family has a gag order about themselves. What do they have to hide? Why? Why do they have to put a gag order? Why can't she just go to the neighbor and talk about it, or go to the news and talk about her life, or anyone? And why is that so secret? It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? And this is why we should. I mean, everyone jumped on the Trump train. He was different, but no one looked at his past, and he had such a shitty past. I mean, he's done a lot of crappy things in his past. The way he treated people, some of the bandwagons he jumped on. He went off half-cocked and got them boys in New York convicted of rape, and they went to prison for a good chunk of their life just because he wanted someone convicted, because one of his elite New Yorkers got assaulted, which is terrible. But the fact that he leaned and used his clout to get them kids sent to prison was just irreprehensible. And I don't know. I don't know how just that alone should have not got him elected. Period. I think, but that was neither here nor there. So anyway, what do y'all think about that story? What's your opinions? Would love to hear what you think about that. Do you think that Trump's niece, right? Yeah, Trump's niece should be able to tell her accounting of what her family life was like growing up and what she witnessed about Trump? Or do you think maybe she's just glory hogging? I don't know what her financial status is. Is she set for life? Or is she just going to make some money out of this and maybe she needs some money? Maybe she's a cokehead and she wants some money. I don't know. I didn't research her. The article doesn't say anything about it. I'm just reading the article as I found it. And so that's that. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And everyone have a good day. Bye.